Stay tuned to this video. I'm going to show you how to make the most delicious, crisp, Parma Ham topped Tuscan pasta dish. It's flavoured with chili, fennel, garlic, finished with mascarpone. 12 minutes and you'll have this bowl of pasta. All starts with getting your just simple everyday dried pasta in. So I've got penne here. It was actually the cheapest pasta on the shelf this morning. So we've got 500 grams. I'm going to make enough for 4, so we're going to go 400 grams. So leave that little bit. That's one more portion there. And then we want some salt in there as well. Get that in. Always use a decent sized pan. You want the pasta to be able to just sort of move around, get it up to boil. And what we want to do is make sure that that water extracts the starch so that we use some of that in our sauce. So I'm going to move this over to the other hob and then we'll start making the sauce. So, over we go. Let's knock that down. Right, so we're going to make the sauce. Super easy. It relies, we've got mascarpone, we're going to use a little bit of that. Some chili, some garlic, some fennel, seed, because we want it to be quick. You could use fennel bulb easily if you wanted to. Some fresh basil. And we're also going to take some Parma ham. Now, I've put it on a tray ready. It's actually got holes in this tray. It's going to go super crispy. And what I'm going to do is just crumble that over the pasta at the end so that it's kind of crunchy and salty and crisp. And it's going to be the perfect kind of counter for the creamy sauce that we're doing. So I'm going to whack that in the air fryer. Right. Okay, so pan's getting nice and hot. Let's just add a little bit of olive oil into there. So it's like a tablespoon. And then we'll take some garlic. Always fresh. Please use fresh garlic. None of that lazy stuff. It's horrible.
What about garlic powder?
No. Garlic powder's nasty. It should, you know, frozen garlic is unnecessary, and lazy garlic out of a jar is just bad. Okay?
The name of it's on the label.
Yeah. I mean, look, it's just so much effort, isn't it? There we go. Fresh garlic. Garlic's really good for you. You should use it fresh. Okay, so I'm just going to do little slices, nice and thin. We want this sauce to cook quickly, right? So in we go. Just straight in. Don't want the pan to be too hot because you don't want to scorch the garlic. You want to just cook it nice and gently. If it's too hot, it'll go bitter. Right. Fresh chili. So we're just going to unfold the chili and get rid of the seeds. This is going to get rid of most of the heat. There'll be a little bit of warmth there.
Can you keep the seeds in if you want it?
You can if you want, but they're just quite aggressive.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And you could use dried chili flakes if you wanted to. I really like fresh chili. I think, especially with a dish like this, it just really works. You know, a few simple ingredients. Pull them all together to make a great dish. Right, so. Nice and finely chopped. There we go. In with our chili. Okay, so let's just get wooden spoon and let's just bring those two together. Just what we on, 6 out of 10 medium heat. Now, fennel seeds. Fennel, chili and garlics have very Tuscan sort of flavour combination. They have a salami called finacuna, and that's kind of where I'm taking this flavour from. And it just works really well. If you haven't got fennel seed, you could also use like fennel bulb. I've got some here. So this is your fennel bulb. You could kind of treat this like an onion if you wanted to. Dice it all up, chuck it in there if you want, but I'm trying to cook a really quick one-pan dish that you can just knock out really quick midweek. Fennel seeds sit in the cupboard. Chili, garlic in the fridge. Olive oil. mascarpone, you know, easy. We're done. Right. So now those flavours are all going, I'm going to add some wine. I've got a little bit left. This is orange wine. Have you tried it?
Yeah, I tried it in Rome.
Did you like it?
It was different. I think
Yeah?
the more you try it, I feel like it's one of those flavours that you can...
Found this in Aldi the other day. TikTok recommended it. Little splash in there. And what that's doing, it literally, what, 50, 60 mils, something like that. It's just to bring some liquid in there with a bit of flavour. Use any white wine you've got. It's okay. Right. So we're going to bring that up to the boil. I'm just going to put a little bit of salt in there. Not a lot, because we've got pasta cooking in salted boiling water. Okay. Right. That white wine is just sort of bringing all the flavours together. What we're going to do is add just a little bit of butter. And what we're going to do is we're now going to make an emulsion. So I'm going to grab some water. So I'm going to steal some water from the pasta pan because that's got starch in. Okay, and can you see that, Emily?
Yeah.
See those like sort of white cloudy bits? That's starch. That, together with the butter and all the ingredients, is going to make a really beautiful emulsion. And when we've got that emulsion right, we can just add a touch of mascarpone and it makes it creamy, okay? But light and creamy, not heavy, okay? So let's bring that up to the boil and let the butter melt and get that emulsification ready for the mascarpone. Okay, you can see, look, the sauce, when you rub a spoon across the bottom there, it leaves a gap. That's what you want to look for. That is now reduced enough for me. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to add our mascarpone in. So like 2 decent tablespoons, okay? And just kind of leave it. Just let it melt, all right? Don't overwork it. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in a little bit of Parmesan now and then a little bit afterwards when it's finished. So we're actually going to use it for seasoning. Okay. Is this your kind of pasta? Yeah, me too.
Yeah. I love stuff like just simple dishes because sometimes you get a lot of flavour out of simple dishes, I think.
Yeah, and I think what it is it's simple and it's creamy and gratifying and rich and lovely, but not heavy.
Yeah.
Which I think is nice. But you see how that mascarpone is just sort of melting in now, nicely, and knock the heat down.
Like cream.
Big, heavy. I mean, yeah. Mascarpone can be rich, but you want it sort of. You kind of want a little bit of mascarpone. You don't want it heavy, otherwise it feels too rich. Right, pasta's had 9 minutes, okay? So what I'm going to do is just pour it into this colander because I want to keep the pasta water in case I need a little bit more, because I might. Okay, let's pop that out the way. God, in the old days, you just pour it down the sink and it was gone, and now we're keeping it just in case. Right. This looks good. I'm looking forward to this. This is my kind of flavours. It reminds me when we were in Tuscany and we spent so much time there when the little kids were little. Oh, that's good. All right, I want a little bit of pasta water in there because I don't want it to over-reduce. There we go. And then straight in with the pasta. And then just let it sit in the pan. Okay? Let's give it a little stir and kind of let the pasta drink the sauce a little bit. So it kind of feels like the two are together instead of it's pasta and it's sauce. It's not, it's brought together. Okay? Oh, that looks good. Right. I've got some fresh basil. Okay? Never put basil in at the start. For me, always in at the end. So just, when you're chopping basil as well, don't chop like that. Chop like that. And cut through the basil, and then it's less likely to bruise. And what you're doing is just chopping it nice and fine so it's got that beautiful flavour about it, okay? I mean, you could just tear it straight in. You don't even need to chop it if you don't want to. And then in it goes. And then we'll just give that a nice stir. And that is it. All this needs now is a little bit of Parmesan and we're good to go. Right, simple bowl. You're going to like this, Emily.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it.
I am quietly confident this is going to be a new one for you. Test it out on the boyfriend?
Yeah.
Yeah? It's the new test. Beautiful. I think Emma would really like this as well, actually.
Yeah.
It's Emma's kind of... There we go. Let's put that to one side. Okay, I'm going to finish the pasta. A little bit of extra Parmesan, because let's face it, pasta just loves a finish of Parmesan on the top. There we go. That last little bit on there makes all the difference. I like a little drizzle of olive oil, because I kind of like that silkiness that you get. And then let's not forget that crispy Parma ham, okay? Grab it out of the air fryer. I've switched this off so it's cooled down a little bit. As it cools, it goes nice and crispy. So like when it goes in, it's all flexible. But now, have you had Parma ham like this before?
Yeah.
Oh, so good here. And the whole point of it is like you get these really crispy, salty bits on top. Look, like that. And just crunch it up right at the end. There you go. And that is how to make the most delicious midweek pasta dish. 12 minutes. It's flavoured with garlic, chilli, mascarpone, topped with crispy Parma ham for that salty, crisp finish. It's absolutely delicious. Go make this. Go to my website, petersidwell.com, get the recipe.